Hi everyone, welcome to College Applications and Next Steps, a presentation for high school seniors. In today's presentation, we will review options after high school, application specifics for each college type, how to apply to get money to go to college, and senior timeline. The first post-secondary educational option I will highlight is attending a four-year university. There are four basic categories to consider in this option. First are colleges in the University of California system. There are 9 schools to choose from. A couple of examples include UCLA, UC Irvine, and UC Santa Barbara. Second are colleges in the California state system. There are 23 campuses to choose from in this system. A couple of examples include Cal State San Marcos, San Diego State, and Cal State Fullerton. Third are private universities. There are many private schools to choose from. Some local area private colleges include Chapman, Biola, and University of Southern California, known as USC. And the fourth category is out-of-state schools. This includes any university that is not located in California. Another educational option to consider is attending a community college. Data shows that this is the most popular option for SVUSD students. Community colleges are 2-year institutions that provide affordable post-secondary education and training. There are 116 California community colleges to choose from, although Saddleback College and Irvine Valley College are the most attended by SVUSD students. Later in this presentation, we will discuss what to consider when making your decision between attending a 4-year university or community college. Last but not least, there are possibilities for post-secondary education that do not include the college route. Some of you may consider attending a trade school or apprenticeship, which provides occupation-specific training, or joining the armed forces. This presentation focuses on college options. However, if you are interested in learning more about trade schools, apprenticeships, or joining the armed forces, please make an appointment with your school counselor. By September, seniors should have a pretty good idea of where they will apply for college and should have finalized their college list. If you are applying to 4-year universities, you'll want to have 8 to 10 schools on your list. A good list is balanced with approximately 2 to 3 schools in your reach area, 4 to 6 schools in your target area, and 2 to 3 schools in your safety area. If you are applying to community college only, choose 2 to 3 that you are interested in to keep your options open. In order to get a really good idea of where you will apply, you'll need to know which major or area of study you'll take on. A reminder that not all colleges have the same academic offerings or majors. For example, if you really want to be a registered veterinary technician, you will need to specifically look for community colleges that offer that certificate program. All universities have degree lookup search engines, but to explore specific California community college program offerings, visit bit.ly/ccfind. Lastly, make sure that you like the school before it goes on your final list. Consider taking virtual tours, conducting a cost analysis, and looking into campus life. For those of you interested in attending a 4-year university, you'll want to look into the impaction status of your intended major and campus. Impaction is when admission standards are raised due to the school or major getting more qualified applications than available spots. For the CSU system, Cal Poly, SCSU, Cal State Long Beach, Fresno State, and San Jose State are impacted at the campus level. On the flip side, the majority of University of California campuses are impacted in one way or another. However, it is easier to get into UC Merced, UC Riverside, and UC Santa Cruz. To find out whether a CSU program you're interested in is impacted, visit the bit.ly at the bottom of the page. Now, let's review post-secondary options and their basic admission and application requirements. When applying for any college, it's a good idea to have a copy of your unofficial transcript since you'll be filling out your academic history. and your pre-written responses to required essays or supplemental questions. When applying to UC schools, there is one application that you'll complete. You will then choose which of the 9 campuses you would like to send your application. You'll want to submit your application by November 30th for consideration, and it costs $70 per campus applied. Fee waivers are available during the application process. UC schools require a minimum of a 3.0 GPA for entry and admit based on A through G completion and the comprehensive review. Currently, the UC system is test blind, meaning that they will not consider SAT or ACT test scores in admission criteria. They also do not require interviews or accept letters of recommendation. In rare circumstances, you may be asked to provide a letter of recommendation, but only after you apply. The UC application consists of many questions to gauge the candidate's achievements. Applicants must answer 4 of the 8 personal insight questions, and it is recommended that students use the additional comments section of the application to their advantage. Prior to completing the UC application, make sure that you have pre-written the answers to the personal insight questions, that you have a copy of your unofficial transcript, and a list of activities and awards. This information will help you immensely when completing the application. When applying to the CSU system, you'll complete one application and choose which of the 23 campuses to send it to. The application opens October 1st and closes November 30th. It costs $70 per campus applied, and fee waivers are available during the application process. Cal States require a minimum of a 2.0 GPA for entry and admit based on A through G completion and course rigor. Currently, CSUs are test blind, meaning that they will not consider SAT or ACT test scores in admission criteria. They do not require essays or letters of recommendation. The application is straightforward and very little supplemental information is required. Please keep in mind that Cal State San Marcos is your safety school. If you meet minimum academic requirements and you apply directly to Cal State San Marcos, you will be offered admission. When applying to private and out-of-state schools, you'll find that most use the Common Application. This is one application that you complete and then choose your desired schools to apply. Minimum admission requirements for private and out-of-state schools vary greatly, but will most likely require a 2.0 GPA at the lowest. Letters of recommendation, usually 3, and 1 or more essays are also required. Common Application has 7 essay prompts to choose from, though some schools may also require additional essays or short answers to supplemental questions. I recommend that you look at the prompts early and write a final draft to your chosen question in advance. Lastly, some out-of-state schools participate in a program called the Western Undergraduate Exchange, or WUI. It is a tuition fee reduction program. This means for qualified students applying to a participating out-of-state school, they could get a large chunk of tuition waived. For a list of participating schools, please check the WUI website. Everyone should be applying to a community college. Even if you're planning on attending a 4-year university, a community college should be in the safety school section of your college list. To apply, visit the specific college's website and click Apply Now. The application is free and there is no obligation to attend. You will be offered admission if you have a high school diploma or are at least 18 years old. Community college applications are straightforward and test scores, interviews, and essays are not needed. If you will be attending community college, you will want to apply for the Promise program. The Promise program provides 2 free years of community college. To qualify, you must apply to the community college, fill out the FAFSA and Promise program application, and intend to register for at least 12 units each semester. Another program that is a must to participate in if you intend to attend a community college is the Freshman Advantage program. This program provides first-time freshmen early registration. This means that you can enroll in your classes early. To qualify, you must apply to the community college and complete all matriculation steps, usually by early April. Matriculation steps include completing an online orientation, math and English placement, and student advisement. The Promise and Freshman Advantage program are two very important reasons to apply to community college early. So, how do you know how to choose between a four-year university and a community college? When choosing your college path, it is important to reflect on the following: your academic record. Do you satisfy A through G and GPA requirements for entry to a four-year university? If not, you'll need to start out at a community college or find a four-year college with flexible admission requirements. You'll also want to consider your ultimate goal. Does your intended profession require you to earn a bachelor's degree or higher? If so, you'll end up at a four-year university at some point. Or do you need to get specific training or certification in a field? That can be done at community college. Cost is also an important factor to review. Even if you do not qualify for the Promise program, community college is much cheaper than the four-year university. For full-time attendance, community college is approximately $5,500 a year cheaper than attending a Cal State and $12,500 a year cheaper than attending a UC school. Campus life is another factor to consider. Community colleges are commuter schools, meaning that students live off campus. Compared to community colleges, four-year universities have many more on-campus activities, Greek life, and sporting events. Now let's transition to the topic of paying for college. To apply for money to attend college, you will need to complete the FAFSA. FAFSA stands for Free Application for Federal Student Aid. The FAFSA is completed online. Visit studentaid.gov to start your application. Here are the 4 main facts you'll want to know about the FAFSA before you start the application. The FAFSA opens October 1st and is free to file. Fill it out early. Everyone should complete the FAFSA. Even if you don't think you'll qualify for money, you may qualify for scholarships and special programs by completing the form in a timely manner. The FAFSA can provide you with money in the form of loans, which you must pay back, grants, which is free money, or work study, which allows you to qualify for certain campus jobs while in school. To complete the FAFSA, you'll need approximately an hour of time and both yours and parents' social security numbers, tax returns, bank statements, and W-2s. If your parents do not have a social security number, put in all zeros for them in that section. If you do not have a social security number, you'll need to fill out a similar but different California DREAM Act application. All students taking 4 or more classes with SVA will need to choose SVUSD Virtual Academy as their high school when completing the FAFSA. For those hoping to attend a 4-year university after high school, this slide with the suggested senior timeline will help you organize yourself during the application process. September through October is all about prepping to apply. You'll want to finalize your college list, secure letters of recommendation, write and finalize drafts to personal insight questions or other required college essays, and create a calendar of all important deadlines. This is also the time to take any last-minute SAT or ACT tests if needed. During the months of November through January, seniors should focus on completing applications, filing their FAFSA, applying for scholarships, and sending in requested documents. Immediately after applying to schools and towards the months of February through May, students should be checking their email daily for communication from colleges. For 4-year universities, you will need to commit by May 1st. Students should also A few more tidbits. You can order official and unofficial transcripts through parchment.com. Unofficial transcripts can be sent directly to you, and official transcripts should be sent directly to the institution. UCs and Cal States will prompt you when they need official transcripts. When looking for scholarships, you can use search engines to look for state and national level applications. FastWeb and College Board websites are 2 that are commonly used. Additionally, look for local area scholarships posted by your resident high school guidance office. Thank you so much for watching. Please watch additional specialty videos for more detailed information on topics such as A through G requirements, UC and Cal State admissions, Community College 101, financial aid, and more. Please contact your school counselor for personalized college information and help with future planning.